Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. How are you? It is Friday night. Thought I would hop on for a moment. See if we have anybody that joins me. It is late, 8:30. I don't usually go live this late, but we'll see if we have any takers. Hello. Welcome to those who will join on the replay. Let's see if we get anybody. We are live. And it's Friday night. Everybody got paid. They out spending their money, right? Let's see what happens. Let's see. Am I going to be by myself? I hope not. I know YouTube got to let you guys know. I hope you have your alerts on so you can know when I go live, because it might be anytime. I was like, I feel like I need to go live tonight. I got somebody. Hello. How's it going? Hey, Renee. Hey, C-Bell. What's going on? Welcome. You guys have any questions? Hey, what's going on, Miss Renee? Yes, I thought I would just hop on. I don't have anything particular to talk about. Just said I felt like I need to go live tonight. I do not know why. So I'll hang out for just a little bit, see if you guys got some questions. Hey, Melissa, what's going on? Welcome. And to all of those who will join me on the replay, I'm just answering your questions tonight, whatever you want to know about the notary industry, anything with your business. If I can assist you, make it stronger, getting ready for 2023. We know everybody is. I'm over here gearing up myself, working on projects, working on what my next thing is going to be, which I've been pretty vocal about that. For me, I really want to get into apostilles deeper, like my like Angela and Alexis. Hey, Gelada, what's going on? Sammy 1970-ish. What's up? Happy Friday, people. Yeah, so I just thought I'd hop on for a moment. If you have any questions or something I can help you with, just drop it in the comments. I didn't hop on with any plan, any purpose, just here. So consider this Notary Mentor, whatever you want to call it, or Friday Frick Frat. I don't know what we want to call it. But anyway, let's see. Renee says, I'm studying for the notary signing exam more than I thought it would be. So Renee, don't overthink the exam because it's open book. And some people have taken, classes in preparation and just overthinking it. It's really not that complicated. You know, that's our slogan around here. It's really not. So there is about 45 questions. It's open book. So if you get stuck, all you have to do is just really click the little tab at the bottom. It'll take you right to the workbook. The answers are there. It's open book. I actually failed the test 4 different times. So if you have not heard my story, when I was preparing for the NSA test, I became a notary and it took me another 4 months. I don't know, 4 months is my number because it took me 4 months to get into apostilles and everything when I first started learning about it. But it took me 4 times to pass the exam. Now, it shouldn't have taken that long. I overthought it. It should not have taken that long. I promise you. So don't overthink the exam. It really does not. It's not that complicated. It's open book in the sense that when you click the answer, if it's incorrect or whatever, you go right to the bottom and it takes you right to it. So I did print the guide. If that's a tip I can give you guys tonight, is it like 40 pages? I don't even remember because it's been a while, but I did print the guide. Now I also carry it in my bag as a reference. So that is a tip while you're taking the notary signing agent test. Go ahead and print it. That way you can highlight it. So You can print it, you can study it before taking the test, right? Most people just click on and pay the $89, the smaller package or whatever package you take, and just start clicking and just start taking the test. You don't have to do that. You can print the study guide. It's not a secret. You don't have to pay for the study guide. Read it and then go and take the test. And you should be more than fine. If you have to take it twice, that's good. But don't be like me. I had to do it. I had to do it 4 times, okay? Next thing we have, Renee also is saying, so she mailed a printer by UPS and it arrived utterly destroyed in tens of pieces. Oh my goodness. And I know they have insurance, but I don't know if was it just $100 insurance on it? Oh God, was somebody mailing the printer to you? What was going on with the printer? Were you buying one from someone and it came destroyed? And I sure hate that happened to you. Yes, it's hard to get printers right now. But if you are trying to start your business and you only have a single tray, no worries, because there are plenty of people. Angela, matter of fact, our other trainer, she works with a single tray printer. I do have a dual tray, but I've had mine way longer. She does work with a single tray. There's apps out there. I think it's Notary Rotary has or 123 Notary, one of those two. I can't remember which one. But they have what's called page separator. So if you are just having a person only has one tray, don't worry, just still get started. And you should be able to print because it'll tell you which pages are letter size, that's the longer paper, and which sizes are letter. So that's why it's called page separator or page sorter, okay? And then C. Bell says, how many apostilles do you receive on average per month? So for me, I'm running kind of like, I'm in like the 3 to 4 because I'm not good at it. So I don't really advertise the way I want to be truthful. I want to be a pro at it. I have my share of them, but my Angela and Alexis right now, they do like 5, 6, 7 sometimes per week. So that's some good money, guys. So I'm really going to be focused. Like I said, 2023, you're going to hear me talking about apostilles like crazy because there is a market, and then it could be where they're located too. So we're all outside of Atlanta, but I am even a little bit more suburban than where Alexis and Angela are located. So Alexis is kind of near an interstate. Angela is near a heavily populated area that has all different ethnicities. I mean, like for real. So they get a higher volume of the apostille. So I do have my plans that I'm going to try to implement once I learn it better too. I think that'll sometimes when it says when my what's the expression, like when the student is ready, the teacher will appear or whatever. So I'm not ready for all the different levels of apostille, full disclosure, but I'm going to get ready, okay, for 2023 because I like doing them. I'm getting ready to record a video. I had my first out-of-state apostille. So it's supposed to be delivered on Monday, and we're going to be doing a couple of videos about apostilles the next few Mondays, actually, because we want to just talk about it a little bit more. We want to talk about some of the pros and cons because everything is, it's a lot of money, but it's a lot of work. So we're going to talk about that. Angela was like, I don't have no negative. And I was like, well, that's because she knows how to do it, right? But I, on the other hand, I'm not a pro like her. So I got a few cons that it's kind of like, So I'm still dressed up because I had a long day today, guys. I did throw on some lipstick, but it's been a long day. I'll tell you about my signings in a minute. Let me get a couple more questions. Let's see. So Sammy 1970 says, oh yeah, Renee, you got it, girl. Don't worry. Print that study guide, look it over before you study, and you're gonna be fine. If you have to take it 2 times, okay. Worst case 3, and I did it in 4. So as long as you pass, that's the point. And some people are like, oh, I want to get 100. No, I just need a pass and score. Unfortunately, I was that student. Welcome to everybody who's joining us. I have no agenda tonight. I'm just helping you out, answering some questions. Okay, so far we talked to Renee about the NSA exam, and a tip for her is to go ahead and print the study guide and just do it. I mean, read the study guide in preparation for the test, and you can fail it, so it's not a big deal, as long as you eventually pass. Sammy 1970 says, how unprofessional do you guys think a Gmail email is? I created a Gmail one. Want to do the paid one later. Also, I got my DBA maybe name too long, but it's a start. So 1970-ish, I still have Gmail emails for all of my businesses. I have it for notary educators at Gmail. My personal business, None Better, is at Gmail. If you can't see the screen, I was pointing to my shirt I'm wearing tonight. is also Gmail. So yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see that it's unprofessional. Now, what I would say is I wouldn't have hot mama at Gmail 101, right? But if it's Sammy's mobile notary service at Gmail, that's fine. People, Gmail is the most popular thing going, so I don't think it's anything wrong with it. That's my opinion. Other people will say, and I've heard many people say, and welcome to those that are joining us. Many will say that Gmail is ghetto, it's tacky, unprofessional. It shows that you're not a business owner. I totally disagree. I totally disagree. Now, the name that you put in front of the Gmail, that's what's going to count. Okay. So again, I'm not doing hot, sexy, sassy, classy at Gmail 01. I'm not doing that. But if you have, like I said, a regular business name, do you want to share your name with us, 1970-ish? Do you want to share your name? And I will put the link in there if somebody want to come on and talk about your business right quick. I'll put it in there. You can hop on stage with me. I'm used to having somebody with me, but I can fly solo now. But I put the link in there if somebody wants to join me. Only request is you have to have your picture. You can't come on stage without a picture, okay? So I hope that helps you, but do whatever you have to do to get your business started. A lot of times people are all into the glitz and the glam, and they haven't made any money yet, So no, I'm all about what can I get done for free? What can I do to get my business started? And we don't care about the flash and all that stuff later. I got plenty of time to flex later with my LLC, my DBA, my da-da-da-da-da-da. Get your knowledge, learn how to stamp that paper, and build your business. The rest of it will come. So for me, it took me 4 months to get my LLC, again, at number 4, because I wanted to make sure I was going to do the business. I wasn't sure when I first started. I only started with the idea of doing one per day. Stamping one document per day. I never thought I'd be a loan signing agent because I was terrified. Plus, in Georgia, I kept hearing you can't make any money, you can't be a notary signing agent, and even the Secretary of State in Georgia, some of the offices have signs on the door, and it says, "Do not come getting your commission thinking you're going to be a notary signing agent." That's illegal in Georgia. Well, that's not completely true. So you have to know your knowledge, right? So I learned the game. And I know how to play the game. So that's what you got to do too. So don't just take what somebody else tells you as the law, which I kind of did too for a minute. I was like, well, I'll be a notary, but I can't do nothing else in Georgia. It's an attorney state. Furthest thing from the truth. Furthest thing from the truth. I work all day. I did 2 signings a day. I did a buyer's package and a loan modification. The buyer's package was in Missouri. They were buying a home, and the loan mod was here in Georgia. So I did 2 signings today, actually, and they both were signing. This seemed like it took forever. The first one had 150 pages. I had to print 2 copies. I could tell when I made the initial phone call, and you will be able to also as you start doing your assignments, if they're going to be like what I call hold you hostage and want to kind of chit chat and kind of want to be a reader, what we call in the industry, those that like to take their time and read every document. I had 2 of those today, guys. I was just like, oh my goodness. So the first one, she was trying to do that, just kind of stall and kind of act like she forgot her phone number. And we all do. I might have forgot my phone number before too, but I could just tell it was kind of like a stalling mechanism. She just wanted to chill out with us, right? So the second one, she had her copy of the documents. A lot of times these loan modification companies, they send the customer 3 copies, and then they want me to print 2 to get executed or signed, and then take 1 to the client. So when you get there, the client is looking like, okay, why do you have a set and why do I have a set, right? They don't know if I put a new set in there where I'm gonna take their house. So much fraud going on. So she wanted to look at every single page. And that was cool. It was cool. But initially I was kind of like, okay, and I could tell when I made my initial call, she was gonna, want to hang out. I could just tell. So we had a good vibe. And I have a good vibe with most of my clients. So I was just like, okay, here we go. So again, she wanted to make sure, because again, she did have her own set that they mailed her in a FedEx package to go back FedEx. But my documents that I had were to go back UPS. So remember, we had that conversation on the live the other night, some of the notary signing agent errors that you can make. Hey, welcome to everybody that's joining us on Friday night. I know it's late, guys, but so her package was supposed to go back FedEx, but my instructions was to send it back UPS. So I had already printed her set. So I highlighted it in the front because I figured that was the case because it happens all the time. And because she said, well, why do I have all these sets and then you brought these? So that's why she wanted to compare them. But it's cool. I wasn't upset. It did take a few minutes longer. It took 30 where I thought it should be like 15 minutes. So I usually allow an hour, just because most signings do not take an hour. My first one took an hour because it was 150 pages. It was 2 signers for that one, but normally a loan mod should only be like 10 minutes, and that's with chit chat. It's only 2 pages that they have to sign. It was 2 that I have to notarize. So, and there her child was there, and they wanted to act like they knew more about being a notary than me. So it's kind of funny, but they did not know about being a notary at all. But it was just kind of funny. So Gilletta says, I've been using a single tray printer too, and it's Notary Rotary who has a page separator. Thank you, Miss Gilletta. Thank you so much. Gelada, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. So Notary Rotary, guys, has the page separator. Okay. But there are, Notary 123 has a lot of tips. If they're still, check out the tips over there. I wouldn't buy anything, any subscriptions or anything. Now, some people do get calls from there. I've never gotten a call from there. 123 Notary, but I have gotten one, not from Notary Cafe either. I like Notary Cafe because I like the tips over there. So like if I work for a company, which I don't do this, but if I had worked for a company and I went out and put a review on them, you can read it over there at Notary Cafe. But I always say take it with a grain of salt, because just because Susie had a bad experience doesn't mean I'm going to have one. And I find that to be the case in life, period. It could be that person's personality. It could be a lot of reasons why someone else's experience is worse, working for someone. Because you might work for a company, you'd be like, oh man, they are great. Manager is this, da da da. And if somebody else is like, girl, I worked over there. You know what I mean? So grain of salt when you read it. I do read a few though. So if everybody's saying the same thing, it might be something to it. just saying. So Renee says, my daughter gifted me a commercial printer. I was at her home, took it to UPS for shipping. They packed it, and instead it was packed sufficiently because I watched them. It was not packed sufficiently. Oh, Renee, I am so sorry. So I hope they got insurance and they're going to cover that for you. Let us know. Yeah, I'm so sorry that happened. And that's sweet of your daughter, though. Very nice. So Miss Gelada is back. She said she's had 2 apostilles this month, both POAs. Yes, they are the simplest thing ever. Now that we call it around here 3 levels. So y'all know Angela is our apostille trainer. She is at thebomb.com with apostilles, right? So we call it 3 levels around here, because you got your regular one that's like in your state. Then you got the next level where it has to go to Virginia and Washington, all that. So it's different levels. To me, that's how we refer to it. So that sounds like those were pretty easy, hopefully, for you. You're welcome, C. Bell. And Carmen Marie says, I just got off work. Sorry. Oh, girl, you fine. I just hopped on. I had not planned to go live. I was sitting there and I was kind of tired. So I hopped on my elliptical. And then I got a little burst of energy. I just threw my work shirt back on. And I think I see a little spot in it if I was in the camera. Yeah, I sure do. But y'all got to ignore that, okay? Because I just threw this shirt right back on and decided to hop on and go live. But we family, right? So, things happen. All right, y'all. What else going on? Oh, from Atlanta to Fort Worth. Girl, I'm so sorry that happened. So Renee was saying her printer was broken during shipment from UPS. Oh, and it was underinsured. Yeah, sorry about that. Girl, I know you hurt. If you guys have any questions or anything I can help you with your business while I'm here, please drop it in the chat. Hey, Frank, welcome. So Sammy 1970-ish and Shannon B, welcome to the party. Just Friday night. I just thought I would hop on if you guys have any questions. I'm just helping you out, whatever you want to know. Sammy 1970-ish says, make me feel good. Okay, I'm checking it off my list. Yes. Magpie mobile notary service. Still need to get the Google page up. Magpie is a bird, bold, and intelligent personality. I was going to ask you, what is a magpie? So of course I love the mobile notary service part, right? Because they know what you do. Magpie, I don't know what feeling does that evoke in me when I see that. I don't know. I'm thinking some kind of food. I'm thinking that, but I don't know what a magpie was until you told me, right? So Do you mind if the chat responds what they think about the name Magpie? What's your thoughts? So let's ask Sammy 1970ish first for her permission. Would you mind if they answer? I see somebody already giving you feedback. So what do you guys think about Magpie mobile notary service? I love the fact that it's a bird. I'm gonna look it up as soon as I'm off the chat. But I would probably again, what does that evoke? What feeling? What emotion? Like my name is None Better, right? It's a spin off my last name. When people read None Better, they always say, "Oh, that's so cute," because it's None Better, right? I spell it with 2 N's, and like I said, it's a spinoff from my last name. I'm married into that name, so that's a blessing, right? Because I used it for every business we've ever had. Because I had a daycare, I used to call it None Better Kids. We had a mobile detailing, like autos was None Better mobile detailing. So we always use None Better, and it actually came from a family friend. One day he had a business, and I was like, "What name do you think I should put?" And he was like, "Something with your name." And I was like, it's like None Better. So it just clicked, and I always use it. So I'm going to read what some of the people say about that name. Let's see what they say. Oh, she said, it's okay. So what do you guys think about the name Magpie? What do you think? And what's another name have you thought about, Sammy 1970? Give me something else. If you had 3, like normally when you try to do something to reserve your name at the Secretary of State or something, they give 3 choices. Give me 2 more choices. So we got Magpie, and what else that you could use for your business name? Let me know. And we're going to talk about that one day. I'm going to write that down. We can have a whole conversation about your business name, because a lot of times we want to pick something that's close to us, but we have to look at it as the consumer. What do they think when they see our name? How do they feel, right? Even our colors, what we pick. Okay. Welcome to those who are just now joining us and those who will watch the replay. We're just having a Q&A, whatever you want to know. Carmen Marie says, I need to rename my business badly. I can't think of a name. All the names I have come up with are taken or don't roll off my tongue. Any suggestions? Yeah, so that's what we're talking about, Carmen Marie. Names right quick. So, and she brings out a good point, because I don't know if you guys caught a few weeks ago, we were talking with Bryce out of Texas. And someone else had his name all the way in Florida. So you would think the name of his company, I'm just going to create one because I don't want to put the other person out there or whatever, but let's just say it was called Flagstar Notary, right? Just say Flagstar. And he's in Texas, but every time that name comes up, the same person in Florida, another person in Florida has that same name, and they populate. That is not cool, right? So we did a coaching corner, and that's a one-on-one session where I deep dive into your account. I can deep dive into your either your Google page. I can deep dive into your loan signing profile, or whatever you want to talk about. You can pick up to like 5 things. Check it out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And we did a coaching corner, and he and I, we went back and forth because he didn't want to change it, right? But he did change it eventually, and it worked. So we do have to sometimes make decisions that are hard. It may not be what we want to do, but it may be what we have to do or need to do in order to succeed. So that's why the name is so important. And I know I see a lot of cute names out there and cute logos and cute stuff, and I'm like, oh, I like that. But then I think about the consumer part of it. As a customer, do I know what it is? Do I think it's a pie company? Do I think it's a shoe company? You know, depending on what the person's picking. So your name, like what's in a name? A name is very important. It really is. That's the hardest part to starting your business sometimes, is picking a name. Shannon B says, got an email quiz from 123 Notary when I first signed up. Okay. Did you take the quiz? In Sammy 1970, it says, Carmen Marie, how about CVJ Mobile Notary or Vega Mobile Notary? Thanks, Kimmy, for giving us a lift. Yeah, I like CVJ. I like that. Initials are very popular. I do. Initials. You might even think about the city in which you live in. Always make sure nobody else has your name, right? Because again, like I was referring to with the other person, even though they were in 2 different states, somebody else had the name. So when I was looking for my name, I did find a dog food company and I found a couple other things. And I registered my name with the state of Georgia. So somebody else could probably use my name in another state, right? But as far as Georgia is concerned, I own the name here. So it's registered. And John Gabriel says, haven't signed anything yet. I'm getting my printer soon. John Gabriel, while you're waiting on your printer, don't sleep on general notary work, okay? If you are new to the industry, check out my specialty general notary book or the course, and that's going to help you be able to go into nursing homes, hospitals, jails, how to navigate. You know, a lot of times most notaries, even seasoned loan signing agents, are terrified of general notary work because you never know what the phone is going to be. So in the general notary work, you guys hear me say a lot of times, don't worry about the documents, right? You just need to know how to notarize, which is true. Because you can notarize anything if you know how to do it. But with general notary work, in order to get the big dollars, you know, that you hear people talk about 150, 200, 250, you kind of need to know how to talk the talk. You know, you need to know what the documents look like. You need to know what an affiant is. You need to know who is the attorney in fact. You do need to know certain terms. So if you don't, I'm going to recommend my specialty notary course or the book. The course is like you and I sitting in a room having a conversation, and you will walk away very informed and know what to do. And then the book, you just read it. It's similar information in the book, okay? And Sammy 1970 says she need help with a logo too. Oh my goodness, Gelada. This is my worst nightmare. I got bit by a dog yesterday and completed a signing yesterday. First time ever getting bit. The bite didn't break the skin, luckily. Oh my God. Was that at a signing, Gelada? That you got bit by a dog? Tell me it was not at a signing. Because that's one of my screening questions. Do you have pets? Today, it was pouring down rain out here. I mean, pouring down rain in Georgia. So we did a signing in the garage because I was not going in the house. It was cats. It wasn't dogs. But my first signing had 2 dogs, and they were both tiny. But the owner said that he was really aggressive. So that's why I asked, do you have pets? That's one of my screening questions. You could put the pet up for an hour. Yeah, you can. I think you can. Girl, tell me, was it at a signer's house? That's all I want to know. Sammy 19, Carmen Marie says, Sammy, okay, they talking about their name again. Welcome, Donna. What's going on? Donna says, if you get an email with a signing offer and you are not available, should you respond that you aren't available or just not reply? So you're going to get mixed opinions out there. I don't reply. This is the method to my madness. I don't reply. So people say, well, your percentage on SnapDocs will go down if you don't reply. And I've looked at my number on SnapDocs. My signing I had today actually came from SnapDocs, one of them. The other one's from a signing company. But my SnapDocs response is like a 60 or something. So I still get hits all day long. I don't think people really look at that. Now, I'm not a signing company, so I can't say, but I know I still get, when I say hits, I still get, what's the word? Notifications. That's the word. Notifications. We call it hits around here, me and my husband. But I still get notifications all day long from SnapDocs. So the reason I don't say I'm not available, because imagine I'm thinking of you on the other end, you know, every day, and you're not available for whatever reason. Just say all day, not available, not available, not available. That doesn't look good to me. When you don't answer, it automatically goes in the queue. They already, matter of fact, 9 out of 10 times, they done sent it out to 100 notaries anyway, right? Most signing companies, they don't just send it to you sitting there thinking, oh, she's going to answer in 5 minutes. No. No, they send it out to 100 people. So you don't have to worry about it. So as far as I'm concerned, I do not respond. If I'm unavailable, I don't answer. The only way I respond is if I actually want the job. So that's my tip, Donna. And again, it just kind of looks bad to me if you got to keep saying unavailable, 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 you know, but when you're actually available, then you take the job because they already sent it out. They are not sitting around waiting on you. Believe me when I tell you, they are not. They already sent it out to 20. It's 150 notaries for that one assignment most of the time. Most of the time, unless it's late in the evening or short notice, they don't have no hard time finding nobody. So I don't like to keep saying I'm unavailable. And again, that's my personal opinion. Somebody else might say you should reply to every single thing. Unless I'm a counter also. If it's the price where I want to counter, I'll do that. respond, or if I want to change the time, I'll respond. But if I'm just not going to do it, I don't waste their time or mine. Plus, you'll be doing that all day. I mean, like for real, if you work, say you're at work on your full-time job or something, and you really don't want to work, and you get these hits all day, and you decide, you know, you're not going to work that day, but you keep getting hits, and all day you responding unavailable. You don't even have time for that. The average person does not. So that's my 2 cents. So, and I still work. Like I said, I did one today. So Shannon B says, I started a Facebook page for my business. Do you have one, and have you seen any leads come from it? It's so funny you said that. I'm working on something else, Shannon B, and I'm actually writing that. I'm going to include that. Facebook is a good way to advertise. It's because I'm in a Georgia Facebook group. Someone found me and asked me about doing a power of attorney through the Facebook group. They called 4 notaries and could not find anyone. So based on what she saw me advertising, she was like, I see that you are mostly on the teaching side of it, but I need someone to notarize something for my mom. And I was like, oh no, I'm an actual notary too. I teach and I actually have a notary business. So I sent her my link to my business. And so I'm hoping to hear back from her soon. But yeah, so I would advertise everywhere I can. Now, the only thing I do that I actually took down and I don't like is Nextdoor. Now, it works for some people. Some people are very successful on Nextdoor. I was not, and I didn't want, I don't even know how this sounds when I say it. It might sound crazy, but in my mind, because I dance to my own beat sometimes, right? But I just figured one of my neighbors gets so bent out of shape and they go in there and try to blow me up like something negative. It's going to go through 55 neighborhoods. So I don't prefer Nextdoor. I just don't. That's my personal opinion. I actually even bought ads on Nextdoor before and nothing happened. So again, I don't do Nextdoor. But I do Facebook. I don't actually have my own business page, but they found me again because I am a notary in a group. So that's a tip. You might want to join whatever city you're in or whatever state you're in. So that's how I was found on Facebook. But I do not have a Facebook one because I don't want to manage it. I got enough stuff to try to manage. So for me, I don't advertise my personal business on Facebook, but I do advertise my notary educators on Facebook. And of course, if you're not a part of the group, I'm glad Shannon B mentioned that. Join Notary Educators Facebook group. And it's completely free. You don't have to have bought anything or anything like that. It's completely free. But you will have to be respectful because I'm getting ready to put a little note in there. I forgot today because somebody asked a question. And the response that they got, I didn't like it. It was kind of a nice nasty. And if you're watching this on Facebook, and if you are a member of Notary Educators Facebook group, I'm going to say this. This is the first time in a minute that we've had this, that I've said anything about someone being nasty. Again, it wasn't like terribly like the person's going to be booted out the group, right? But I do want to make it clear that we don't allow any craziness, okay? If you don't want to answer someone's question or you think it's beneath you, or you don't have to answer anyone's question. It's a free group. We chat in it when we want to. It's our group, but we don't comment on every single thing in here. But I do watch and monitor the group because I love when people give good tips. Like Victor gives a lot of good tips. He gave some today. The group is very generous with their knowledge. So if you're not a part of Notary Educators, I highly recommend you join it. Again, it's completely free. But again, if you don't want to assist someone, or for whatever reason you don't think it's a good question, or you think it's they should know that, or you're a more experienced notary and that's like notary 101, ooh, how she asked that, he don't know that. No, we're not going to have that. Yeah, so you just don't say anything. That's what your mama taught you, right? If you don't have something good to say, don't say nothing. So that's how we're going to operate in the Facebook group, because I am going to put that out tomorrow. I got to try to remember, because like I said, the comment was the question wasn't a bad question. There is no stupid question. There's no bad question, but the person was not very kind, and I didn't like that. So I'm going to address it tomorrow. Because that's not what we're about. We don't do that to each other, and we definitely not going to let nobody do it to our group members. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we communicate. So if you don't have something good to say, don't say nothing. Sammy 1970, it says, I am with Carmen Marie. Most was taken last hour mobile notary. of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. So think about it too. Always, like I said, when you're picking your name, and welcome to those who are just joining and who are watching the replay. We're just answering some questions. I'm gonna hang out till about 9:15. Yeah, and we're talking about picking your business name. So read the chat. It was some good questions tonight. So be kind in the Facebook group, okay? Not just our group. If you're in another group, because I'm a part of quite a few groups, and sometimes I read stuff. I'm like, ooh, that was mean. Did you have to say it like that? Again, if you have nothing good to say or something irritates you, just don't say nothing. I mean, they didn't particularly call you out, basically. It's just a general question. If someone's kind enough to assist that person, fine, but you don't have to be ugly. And again, we're not going to have that in Notary Educators. So I'm going to address it tomorrow. So anyway, yeah, Shannon B says she took the quiz. It was pretty easy. Yeah, and what's easy for one may not be easy for another. That's why I said go ahead and print the guidebook and kind of study it, and then that'll help you prepare for the questions too. Carmen Marie says, that's where I'm at right now. I was told to steer away from the initials. I love Kimmi's name. Well, I mean, again, I don't think you have to steer away from anything. If you like the initials, the most important part is they know what you do, and that's mobile notary, right? That's the most important. So if you put JBK Services LLC, what is that? They don't know what you do. Service, what kind of service? Lawn service? What service do you offer? But mobile notary, JK, whatever, then they know you do offer mobile notary service. So that's the most important piece of it, to include those words. Carmen, can you please give us your screening questions? I'll give you a few right quick. I actually was going to do a video on this, and I do have one actually, Carmen Marie. It is, check out the video. I'm going to give you a couple right now, but the video is called General Notary Screening Questions. I think that's what it's called. So check out my videos. I have over 300, so it's a lot, but just type it in the search bar and you can find my whole video I did on the screening questions. But a couple of them, there's something to the effect, after I look at the documents, I want to confirm that both people will be there. So Mr. Smith, both you and Mrs. Smith will be at the signing, correct? You both have current ID also, right? Do you have any pets? It's usually my last question because by then we're kind of chummy. If they need a witness, I'll ask them that. And when they're doing general notary, if they tell me it's a power of attorney, I know that normally needs a witness. So I ask, do you already have your witnesses? Pretty generic like that, just more conversational, because the more you know, you can feel a little more confident walking into the signing. Also, knowledge is power, right? If you do need some training, you have not taken any of our classes, check out the website. All of the online courses are currently 50% off using coupon code NOTARY. And most of you, we included a frequently asked questions, and I'm smiling as I talk about it because it's really help with people to make the right choice in their course selection. And also the descriptions are very clear. So check out notaryeducatorsllc.com. And again, the self-paced courses are on sale, 50% off. Coupon code is NOTARY. And the majority of you are probably going to start with Notarize Like a Pro. And then your next course that you will take will be the Build Your Business, because once you know what to do, now we need to build out the business, how to market, a little bit about pricing, how to collect payment. Then the next one I usually recommend is General Notary. So between those first three, most people are able to get their business started and feel pretty confident and comfortable. Okay. And thank you about my name, Carmen Marie. I appreciate it. Gelada said, oh my God, girl, your dog bite was at a signing. Is that what you're saying? That you please confirm before 9:15. So Candy says, do you know of any startup grants for women for WOC? I think that's women of something. No, Candy, I have not gotten into any grants. I know that's all the rage on YouTube right now. Just be cautious. That's what I'll say. I'm not saying you cannot get a grant. I'm not saying they don't exist, but just be cautious. If you're just starting out, you need to build your business before you start trying to get a grant, in my opinion, because they want to see how much money you've made too. So I know the grant space right now is all the rage. Okay. I know it is. And it sounds good. They're going to give you some free money, but nothing is really ever free. And I do recommend you start building your own business before you start trying to do all that. And again, most people, when they're giving you grants and stuff like that, they want to see that you are fully established business. You're not just going to pick a name out the hat and then go get a grant. They need to know where the money is going, what you're going to use it for, and that you are legit, right? Renee says she got her first GNW, which is general notary work. Signer owned a trucking company. He buys 18-wheelers, had a lot of trucks. Looking forward to future business. That's good. Always ask for your review. Congrats on your first GNW. That money feel good for general notary, don't it? Quick, fast, and in a hurry. And Sammy 1970 says Mint business logo was going to be a Mac. Oh, the logo is going to be a bird. Oh, that might be cute. Yeah. Even when choosing your logo, though, don't forget, what does the client think? Are they going to think that you're a bird company? That you sell birds or bird watcher? I'm just saying. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying think about your client. Anything I do, I always think about, I don't even think about Kim first. I don't think about Kim, Kimberly, or none of that first. Whatever you want to call me. I think about my client. How is this going to benefit my client? When I record my classes, when I write my books, when we make decisions as notary educators. Hey, Alexis. She's our other trainer. Alexis is our notary loan signing agent trainer, as well as our Google My Business guru. I didn't even, they didn't know I was going live tonight. I just hopped on. But yeah, any decision that I make, I put my client first. I don't even think about profits first. I really don't. I don't think, oh, is this going to be profitable for me? I really don't. I promise you. My first thought is, how is this going to benefit my client? How are my courses, how are my books, and everything that we do at Notary Educators going to help you build your business? And that means keeping it simple, keeping it clear, keeping it uncomplicated. I do that in my regular business. When it comes to pricing, I do not be standing out there. In Georgia, I can charge $2 per stamp. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 5. No. Simplicity. People like things simple. We don't have a lot of time for complications nowadays. You got to get right to it. So that's how I do in all parts of my business. Yes, and it's Sammy 1970-ish. They're talking about Carmen. That Angela uses her initials. She does. Angela's AJA. She's successful. I already did my DBA under the Magpie name, so I have to wait to change. Just take your time. Again, don't be stressing about that. If your name is Magpie right now, leave it till you make some money, and then maybe go back and change it. If you find that you're just not making any money, now then we might have to go back and change it. If you find that nobody ever finds you under Magpie or whatever name you use, then you're going to have to make some changes, because you can keep the name and not make any money. Or you can pivot, make a change, and see your business grow. So you got to do the homework. Just kind of wait and see the studies, results, receipts. Let's see what happens, okay? Carmen says, what do you do when they have pets? I'm highly allergic to animals. I am too. They have to put them up. They have to. It's not a non-negotiable for me. But it's how you say it, Carmen Marie. And I often tell them I'm allergic. That's my first thing. The lady with the cats today, I said, oh, I'm highly allergic. And I offer an alternative. Can we do it in the garage? Depending on the size of the package, you know. Can we do it in the backyard? If you look at my website, I have a picture where I was outside in the backyard with somebody. Not because they had pets, but it was in the height of COVID. They didn't want me to come in the house, and that was cool. I didn't want to go in their house. Even now, if we can do it outside, if it's a quick signing, I'd rather do it outside. And 90% of my work I do out my car or my garage. So I just tell them I'm highly allergic, and they understand that. Now, if you say you're afraid, they don't like that. People want to try to change you in one day. You know, I've been scared of dogs all my life, and now you think you're going to have an intervention and change me in 2 minutes. I'm not anti-dog or cat, but I am highly allergic. Alexis, we said, hey. So Gilletta said, yes, ma'am. I had just finished the signing and was headed out the door. See, this is another reason why I'm not playing with people and their dogs. So Gilletta just told us she got bit by a dog at a signing, okay? I'm going to do a whole Monday mentor on that. I'm going to write it down, because I forget y'all. Pets. I'm going to do one on pets. I'm going to do one on business names, too. We're going to talk about everything. And we're going to get y'all ready for 2023. Yeah, that's why I don't do pets. I'm not even playing with you. Oh, he's friendly. Oh, he's this. He's just a puppy. I done heard it all. No, put your dog up. You can put it up for a half hour. And then I say that, too. I said, oh, Mr. Smith, if you don't mind, it'll help the signing go a little bit faster. And I promise you, he won't have to be in the room that long. And the dog going crazy. I don't care, because I don't want to get bit. I done made it this far not getting bit. No. I'm sorry. It's all in how you say it too. Make sure you're always kind, because people love their pets more than humans nowadays. So you do not want to be ugly to somebody's dog or cat. Okay. Let's see. That's it. So yes, ma'am. Sammy says she's taking notes. Well, guys, I'm going to head out because it is Friday night, but it has been my pleasure. I'll get this last question here. 8-bit scumbag. Hey, best way to advertise apostille services. Make sure your Google business page is set up. Make sure that Google page is set up. Okay. We're going to continue some of these conversations the next couple of Mondays with the ladies. And I think it'll be interesting. Again, so best way to advertise is our last question, and that's going to be make sure your Google page is fully maximized. Make sure you know what you're doing. Hey, Stacy. As far as and Lana, hey, welcome, Lana. I don't think I said hey. Welcome, Lana or Lona. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, so it's always my pleasure to share information with you guys. And 8-bit scum, if you are not 8-bit scumbag, if you are not completely comfortable with the apostille process, I have about 6 videos on apostille. But our queen of apostilles, or the lady B over here with the apostilles, is going to be Angela. She's our apostille trainer, okay? So you guys have a great night. As always, it's my pleasure. I wish you guys much success out there, and I will see you on Monday, okay? Good night. Bye. Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at notaryeducatorsllc.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.